Alright, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to create a page. So if we go up to the top and we click New Page, it's going to bring us to this site. It says create a page in this site. So we're going to create a page and we're going to just put about Mrs. Pollock. Again, it changes your URL just for this page. It's not going to change your URL for the site, but it will change it for the page. You don't need to change that. I would just leave it. Select a template to leave or to use. There are 4 different types of templates, and on the Google site, or creating a Google site that I've created for you, it explains what each of these are. So web page is just an easy way to get the information out to your audience. Announcements is in the form of a blog where it has the announcement and then a line and then an announcement again. So it's a good way to get the announcements out to your audience. File cabinet would be an easy way to get downloadable files access to your audience. And then list is a way to keep track of information. So we're just going to leave it on web page, and we're going to leave this put page at the top level. What I've learned is if you play with this put page underneath and you try to indent them, it just gets a little bit more complicated. There's an easier way to do it in the backstage of the Google sites, which I'll show you later. So create. So on the left hand side it says about Mrs. Pollock in the menu bar. So this is where we can type about ourselves or about whatever this is the title for. The other thing that we can do is we can insert pictures or posts or text box or documents. Right now I'm just going to add an image. So if we go to insert like I just did and then add an image, we're going to choose it because it's going to be an uploadable file. And since I just got married, it's easy to find wedding pictures. So I'm going to find one. Here's one of me and my dad. And while it's downloading, just some tips. Google Sites, just like anything, can be tricky and can be very frustrating. However, if you take a break and come back, it seems to be a lot easier. And if you have any questions throughout this process, feel free to contact me. I have figured out most of the problems that I have encountered, and I've been able to create and put in cute clip art, font, and all of that kind of jazz to make it really workable. So there is my picture. It's a little big. So what I'm going to do is on the bottom it says size small, medium, large, original. I'm going to click small just to make it a little bit smaller. And then I can also change where it is in my web page. So I'm going to leave it right there. And actually I'm going to change my text to be underneath it. So now remember, if you want to put that in the middle like my picture, we can use our alignment on the top, and we can even make it a little bit bigger so we can see it. So this is where you could put more information about yourself. Remember to hit save afterwards. If you don't hit save, the draft will be saved, but it might not be the most current draft. There we go. Next, we are going to we're going to create a new page again. And this time we're going to make a file. So this time I'm going to call it newsletters because I like to make my newsletters in Microsoft or Google Docs and just upload it or email it to my parents. So I'm going to call it newsletters and select a template. So this one I would want a file cabinet. I would want them to be able to download those documents. I'm going to put newsletters and other important papers. Oops. And again, I would just leave put page at the top. I know it might not be how you want it at first, but you can tweak it later. So it says about, and then it says newsletters here. Now this page looks a little different than the last one. One thing that I already see is that this wasn't capitalized when I wrote it, so I would want to change that. Now it says add file, add link, move to. So we're just going to add a file. And alright, I have my lesson plans. So I'll put my lesson plans on there just to put a file up there. So my file is listed lesson plans, and it acknowledges who put it on there. So when we come to this page, we can click on download or view those lesson plans or newsletters so that way parents can see. So this is a way to get information out to parents. I would also use this at the beginning of the year to get my welcome to first grade letter or the ABCs of first grade, any information that you want to get out to parents. Another resource that I would use for this page is I would put my reading log, math log, things that they turn in weekly that sometimes get lost or forgotten. So this would be a way to use that. Alright, so that is 2 ways to use the create a page. If we go back to new page, we can make an announcement section. So we'll title this announcements. And again, I would just leave that on, put page to the top. And when you click on new post, it's going to create kind of like a blog. So this one I'm just going to put hello and welcome. Alright, so I can just put a quick welcome message for them, make it bigger if I'd like, change the text if I'd like, and then I can save this. And then when I come back to this page, it says on the top announcements, and then underneath it will be all my announcements individually. So if I'd like to put another one, I can just click new post, and I can write another one. This is just me thinking about a snow day, I guess. So and again, I can make it bigger, I can make it smaller, I can change the color. This is just me quickly doing it for you. And then I can save it. So now if we look over here, there are 2 and they stack them in order. So I did the welcome or hello and welcome first, and then I did the happy snow day. And then people could comment underneath here like a blog and put that they are enjoying or whatever. So those are 3 of the ways that you can create a page. You can create as many pages as you want, and there is a way to organize them so that they are dropped down or indented on the side, which I will show you in the next video. I hope you're having fun with Google Sites. I know I am.